which science so far hasn't described because science is not that advanced. Hope that answers the question.
Do you have a related question?
I think that you need an explanation. Okay, then how do you experience within the body? If you can't explain scientifically, at least tell me what does it do to your body? Some way you can experience the goodness of this particular soul, which makes a difference.
The brother has asked the question you can experience. If you can experience, how can you not prove scientifically? Brother, many things we can experience which we can't speak scientifically. So I gave you a full talk to prove that
Has to be subjective.
I am not blindly believing in soul. It is a logical belief. And I've showed you scientifically that what the Quran says, I'm not blindly believing in hell. So you tell me, how can you prove scientifically about hell? I can't. How can you scientifically prove about heaven? If you can't prove it doesn't exist. So what I'm trying to tell you, brother, I am a student of science. I'm a medical doctor by profession. Many things science hasn't advanced because the doctors don't know. So what this soul, Allah says, is the main thing of the human being. This soul will go and that will be the main thing in the hereafter. So what we have to do, brother, in this world is follow the commandments of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If we follow the commandments of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the next life, in the next life we go to Jannah. If we don't follow, if we disobey, we will go to Jahannam.
Okay, you are talking about cardiac arrest and the brain death, right? Now,
Brother,
when
you
a
are talking
person
about
has
cardiac arrest and brain death. See, again, now you're asking me some things of medical science. Are you a medical doctor? You're a medical doctor, fine. In cardiac arrest and brain death, there's something like...
No, exactly, my point comes up from there itself. You say a cardiac arrest, a person dies. And you said...
I never said that. Did I say that?
No, no.
Did I say that?
You didn't say. But
So why are you putting words in my mouth?
See, exactly.
I never said that in cardiac arrest, you have to die. You may die, you may not die. I'm a doctor. And you being a doctor,
that's exactly what my point is. When a person has a cardiac arrest, if we revive him a couple of minutes time, he survives. What is that makes a difference? That's exactly my question is now.
Now what you're talking about is suspended animation.
Exactly,
You know?
exactly.
Use words technically. You're a doctor, speak suspended animation. We have several cases.
Question is,
Well, wait. You have asked the question, let me reply. See, question should be short. The answer is there. You ask a question, let me give you the reply. You are talking about cardiac arrest. You know, in cardiac arrest, we see the pulse is gone, ECG is gone. We try and revive. We pump the heart. We put a fibrillator, ventilator, whatever. He may come back. We are trying to revive. So therefore, Islamically, he hasn't died. But medical terminology, if the brain is flat, EEG, ECG is flat, is dead. So how can science, how can he be revived? So that's what we say, that science is limited. Many a time the person is revived even after 5-10 minutes. We know cases as medical doctors that people have been revived after 10-20 minutes. Right or no? So Islamically he's not dead. Islamically he's not dead. The rule is there. Medically we can say, okay, EEG is flat, ECG is flat, the brain is not functioning, it is brain death. Many a time the person goes in coma. Brain death, but he's living. Heart is pumping, brain death. So we say brain death. That's a medical terminology. But the person is yet living. He's not dead. Only brain has died. So today when we say medically, the brain should stop functioning, heart should stop functioning, pulse should not beat, and we have got 10 criteria. It keeps on changing. The definition of death keeps on changing. Therefore, in Islamic terminology, death is not the same as medical death. Death is not the same. Death is a creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You know, in Hindi we say, Maut aati hai. Death has come. You say, what death has come? In scientific terminology, it is garbage. Death doesn't come. When life ceases, death is there. But it is right. In the Hadith and the Quran, it says death comes. Death comes means it is not only absence of the living functions. In Islamic terminology, it is far superior to that. Death means the soul has gone away. And it may include cessation of heart, then the brain will stop functioning, EEG is flat, ECG is flat. That is one of the criteria. So therefore I say death according to science and death according to Islam differs. So that is the beauty of Islam when it talks. And soul is the key. The soul yet remains. The human body dies. Yes, thank you for agreeing.
No. That's exactly where I was trying to bring you down to. Now the question is, does this soul get into the body on the day of Qiyamah and raise it? That was the main question. I think now this you please answer that.
Simple question. If you can go back and see the cassette, your question was different. Your question was scientifically can you say what is ruh, and then in the ending you say does this soul get into the body? So that was the part which I thought was not that important. What you said, scientifically prove the soul, what is soul, and you gave a... Okay, fine. The basic question is, does the soul enter the body? Simple question. 7 verses of the Quran. Now, I'll go to the background because maybe you may not be having knowledge of what the Quran says. Yes, the soul goes into the body. Now you will ask, what body? Body has disintegrated. People are buried. Body has gone, disintegrated. Some people are burnt. Hindus are burnt. Muslims are buried. We have been dust. Allah gives the reply in Surah Qiyamah, chapter number 75.